friends and leaders from the education world. It's my privilege to address you guys today. Shrikant took us in the future, and the future seems very bright. I'll share a story with you which comes in from the past, from a small village in Himachal in the Himalayas. So, can I have the clip? Shrikant, can we have the flipper? Yeah. So just to brief you, around 20 years back, I completed my graduating studies and went back to my home state in my village, a place called Solan. The place had everything, but economic growth was limited. People had limited opportunity to study further. Though Himachal is supposed to be one of the most literate states in the country, still getting good quality education, research was a challenge. So my story started joining a very senior professor who was at that time 63, I was 23, as a co-founder of something to set up an education and research village in the Himalayas. The idea behind the village was that we actually seed a couple of labs in a Himalayan village which actually focuses on using the real ecological wealth that that space had. And as these labs further grow and actually prosper, they provide training, learning to the community nearby, and further economic change in that domain. So that's the story of Shoolini. As it built up over the years, it's now a full-fledged university. What we designed, as we started building this project, we realized very quickly that scale is important. India is a country of scale. And if you're not able to address problems at scale, it would not really have an impact. So we defined a certain formula for building this institution. We said that our primary purpose is to have an equal playing platform for the student in the rural and the semi-urban domain. We actually designed a world-class campus in this Himalayan village, which would cater to about 5,000 students at costs as low as $1,200 a year. So Shoolini today is a classic example of an extremely efficient, high-quality learning and research village. We also set in multiple faculties in schools to have cross-department learnings and the efficiencies we could achieve from there on. Typically, the capital cost was kept quite intact. We typically used extremely local materials, people, design to keep the overall capital expense of the entire estate to below $250 per square feet. That actually gave us a lot of efficiency in this matter. We also used a lot of technology. From day one, the idea was that providing physical infrastructure might get very expensive. We set in an in-house team to build technology as the backbone of this institution. As I speak, over the last 15 years, I'm very happy to share that we set out on a journey to set up a global platform for our little village. And today, we are among the top 500 global universities as per the THE world rankings for the last 3 years consecutively. We're also India's #1 private university for the last 3 years consecutively. So it's a unique experiment where with very limited resources, a vision to set up something in a rural setup with the local people to enable their lives succeeded. So this I broadly explained to you. We're a 5,000 people community. We are around 15 years old. We are multidisciplinary, and we are fully compliant as per the regulation. These are the 8 faculties that we run and we were able to develop over the last couple of years. The reason you must be asking why I'm presenting this is that there's a journey for truly enabling the lives of people in the rural part of the Himalayas and really having an impact on the socio-economic fabric of the state. And today I stand before you to present this case, to seek collaboration, to seek guidance and mentorship from all my friends in leadership across the world to help us take this story further, not only to the Himalayas, but to multiple villages across the world as a case study. Once we achieved the top 500, it came to our desk, to the board, what next? And we had Dr. Abdul Kalam bless us on the first convocation during 2013. When he came there, he saw our vision statement, which said we want to be a top 200 global university by 2030. And he challenged us. He said, why not a top 100? With all the work we did over the last 15 years, we did clock in the top 500 and a top research university in the country. And now we set our foot towards being a top 100 global university, set up in a rural setup, and building a huge impact on the local socioeconomic fabric. What are three pillars that we are building this case on? The first is world-class education. Every student who walks into the campus of Shoolini should have an equal platform of learning, technology, infrastructure, people skills, which he would have anywhere else in the world. The second, we have to be honest, truthful, and compliant with whatever we do. The third, we have to be distinctive in research and innovation. If I share my story further, the key magic why we are today ranking among the best in the world in QS, THE, and the national rankings in IRF is through research. So this is our campus, just to give you a snippet, in a beautiful pine forest in a village in Himachal. We have certain centers of excellence which we've developed over the years in areas like AI, cancer research, food, and application. I wanted to just get down to this slide. This is a very important slide. This is what did the magic for Shoolini. What we did was that every person who joined Shoolini was trained to do research. The entire community, not only the students, the faculty, the undergrad students, everyone was encouraged to publish papers of a certain quality. As we built that steam over the years, you see this hockey stick, which my friend Shrikant also shared. We were able to build a very consistent flow of papers published in top-cited journals with an impact factor of 2+. That was the minimum criteria. And this momentum has actually become a culture at the campus. As a community of only 5,000 people, we've been able to deliver some amazing results on research. And that's what ticked off Shoolini as an outlier. If you see here, I share with you the top 10 global campuses and how Shoolini fares on the research outcome it has today as per the Times Higher Education. On 3 parameters, we're actually the best in the world. We compete with the top 15, as you can see, in the world, and we actually lead the charts. This magic happened, and also to mention here, the cost of each publication is one of the lowest in the world. The resources employed are one of the lowest in the world. We are working with kids not who are coming from Ivy League or coming from the IITs of India. They're the kids who are coming from the belly of India, who are coming in from average scores, who go to maybe a government school or a public school, and then walk into Shoolini. These students have appetite, they have the hunger to deliver, and that's what's creating the magic at Shoolini. Very important to take the research to application. And what we did over the second phase of our development is really focus on generating IP out of the campus. For the last 5 years consistently, Shoolini has been among the top 5 patent generators in the country. The third step to this is commercialization, and as you see, more than 580 patents today are in active stage of commercial development. We also learned another thing, that having a very widespread impact over different domains and knowledge usually does not lead to generational wealth or generational research wealth that can be created by a campus, especially a campus with limited resources. So we actually tagged and bracketed our entire research into 4 core areas of research, being cancer, one of the key areas where we work on food with cancer. We worked on water. We actually got the World Water Award around 5 years back, where we were able to develop a lot of herbal solutions to cleansing of water, both at the domestic and the industrial level. We actually have patented a dip bag, which is filled with a herb from the Himalayas, which can clear up even suspended metals from dirty water within 1 minute of use, and only costs around 10 paisa, or not even 1 cent. We also work on energy and environment. Energy being a key area, I'm happy to share, Dr. Ahmed also mentioned, we as a campus today produce 2x of solar energy than what we consume as the entire energy consumption of the campus. We recycle 70% of our water, and our vision is that by 2030, we target a net neutral campus at Shoolini. Environment, being in the ecological hotspot of Himalaya, is very, very important. We are working not only within the campus, with all the communities nearby, to really enable the communities to help build and sustain the Himalayan ecosystem. Again, coming to the communities, if we do not interact and do not work with the communities, the impact is limited to the campus. We are very actively working on the extension activity where women health is concerned, rural entrepreneurship is concerned, cleaning, hygiene, and sanitation of villages is concerned, creating parallel earning livelihoods. We call something, I don't know how much you know of Himachal, but those states were actually very weak as far as the economic prosperity was concerned. And around 30 years back, Apple came to our state, and it became a huge hit and gave some sustenance to the states. So we are now working on multiple products for the state itself, which can provide a 2.0 story for the local economies and the villages of the state. Concluding my discussion on Shoolini, why we are here today, we are here to take our journey forward. To be a top 100 global university, we can't achieve without the help, support of friends sitting in this room. So we are happy to share our story and our journey over the last 15 years of creating a unique model which could become a world leader with minimal resources sitting out of a Himalayan village to everyone. What we seek from the other side is partnerships, collaborations, to build our story further and strengthen our journey towards the top 100. Thank you so much for this opportunity. It's great to discuss the issue with you. Thank you so much.